Moment Type R here, we have another video today. Today we're going to be talking about 10 fragrances that I believe were not for a bottle purchase worthy. We're going to get right into that. And about now, I have 11 basically. One of them is going to be a surprise at the end. I like reviewing these fragrances because I have a lot of samples here, but I really want to make sure that these samples make the cut and that you guys have clarification on these fragrances. So it's going to be like a review of the fragrance, and then I'm going to say why they weren't full bottle worthy. So you're going to do the breakdown like I normally do, and then I'll say why I believe they don't have to be full bottle purchases, in my opinion. Let's get right into it. So number one, believe it or not, Princess by Kilian. Excuse me. What you have to know about this fragrance is that it's matcha, it's green tea. It's meant for women, but I believe it's unisex personally. If you love the scent of green tea, you're gonna love this. It's for men and women, so it's unisex. You get lemon, green tea, ginger, peach, hedion, jasmine, apple, marshmallow, vanilla, and benzoin. This fragrance, to me, it's sweet. It reminds me of matcha, and I think it's the green tea with the marshmallow, because matcha, all it is, it's green tea, but it's sweet. And this is nice. The peach really stands out. It's aromatic for sure. And this is just good for... I personally would like this on a woman, but guys wouldn't. Guys that lean slightly feminine can definitely wear this stuff too. I'm looking for this fragrance, 100 ml preferably. Longevity 0, very basic marshmallow fragrance. Longevity on this I got was pretty decent on my skin. But the most things that are prominent here are peach, green tea, and marshmallow. This one wasn't a full bottle purchase for me because Dua has a dupe of this. That smells slightly similar to what it is, but in their Dua line, they have this one called Green Tea Matcha Milkshake. So this is more late tonic. This is obviously gonna be late tonic because of the marshmallow too, but honestly enjoyed this Dua a lot more than it because the full bottle is 150. Oh, this is very aromatic. I should wear this one more. Very aromatic. Similar to the Princess by Kilian. It has a peach aspect to this, but with the Dua, it's more aromatic. Green tea matcha milkshake. It's more aromatic, more wearable. So try that one instead of the Kilian for sure. And that's why it wasn't a full bottle purchase for me. Next one on my list, and I toss these to the side super quickly, is gonna have to be Principalities by Caleste. So this fragrance, what you need to know is that I fell into the hype. I will be honest with you. With this fragrance, I fell into the hype by a couple of people that were reviewing in Romania. And I was like, wow, this is really good. And it was by the same person that does Toscovat fragrances. But as soon as I got the sample in, we're just gonna go right through with it and smell it. You get metallic notes, mineral notes, chili pepper dust, cookie, incense, gunpowder, ash, dried fallen leaves, and a bunch of other notes. But the only thing you really have to know about this fragrance is it's tough. You get the metallic notes, the dust, the chili pepper, the slight chocolatiness of the cookie, but it's not prominent. The gunpowder for sure, and the incense. This smells bright, but pulling this one off is really hard, and I think I just fell into the hype because the gunpowder and the ash here is super prominent. And this is a very hard one to wear. It's very hard to wear. Find a situation for it. Besides either going to the shooting range or one of those nights where you're out in the cold brick winter and you want something crazy put on. That's really it. And I think you kind of overpay for what you get. 30 mLs, you pay like $200 or like $300, something crazy. So I don't think this is it for me personally. Never, I was alright to me. It wasn't as bad of a flop as some of the others that I have sampled. Not from this house, but just sampled in general. So this was an alright blind buy for me, but it's alright for what it is. And that's number 2, and that's Caleste Principalities. Number 3 on fragrances that I believe were not a full bottle purchase. People are gonna get butthurt, but bear with me. Enclave by Amouage. It wasn't for me. Just because this has a very medicinal spearmint. I can smell it through my nose. The mintiness of this fragrance. It almost comes off too minty for my own personal preference. But it's enjoyable. It just takes... It's like toothpaste, basically. It's like you grab Versace Eros and you add toothpaste to it. That's what you get with this. And it's just unbearable to me. It really, really is. A remedy for this one that I truly love a lot is Amouage's Goldman. I know that came out in like the 1990s, I think. Let me verify my facts first. $1983. So this has been out since 1983, the Amouage Goldman. But I love Goldman because it's luxurious, it's soapy, it's so nice. But this one, Amouage Enclave, was just a flop for me. I didn't like it. I truly didn't like it. Yeah, I just didn't like that one that much. Number 4 on my list is gonna have to be, and I'm going down a list right now, I'm just going down the strip, is Duro by Nasomato. This is a fragrance that is woody. It's for sure interesting, but the size, I just can't. You know, $150, $180 on Twisted Lily, it seems like. This can always have $130 for 30 ml. It's just, you're not getting a lot from it. So you get woodsy notes, leather, and spices. And that's true for sure. You most definitely, in this one, get woodsy notes 100%. And you get the spices, and the leather here is super prominent. Now, with this one, it's pretty good. It's not a wear issue. It's the size issue for me, at least. Like, I just can't myself seeing... I see one right now, $200 for a full presentation, $175, $135, $109 for a tester, $207 for full presentation. For a 1 ounce, it's just, it's a lot. It's, you know, it's a very, very a lot. And with this one, it's good. It's just the sizing is really not up to par for me. If you like woodsy, spicy fragrances, this is unique in its own category, and you must like leather to enjoy this for sure. Longevity on this is alright. I don't think I ever wore this. I wore Sadonaso, I think, to bed once. And I wore Blemish a decent amount of time too. But this one was not a full bottle buy for me because of the fact that the sizing, the profile, you've probably smelt it before. Oud Wood maybe comes off like this too, but don't vouch on me for that. Just not a full bottle blind for me for that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5, Osaito by Micallef. This was not the buy for me. Full bottle. I did get a 10 ml, but I didn't get the full bottle. Because this, to me, it's unique in its own way. It's just not my personal style. I'll be quite honest. It's not my personal style. This kind of falls into the aquatic category, where it kind of has marigold, sea notes, citruses, myrtle, grapefruit, musk, exotic woods, and you definitely get all of that in the most natural way. This is aquatic in the most natural way. But I fell in love with Eden Falls by Micallef, and I have a full bottle of it because I truly, truly love this one. This one's more of an orange dreamsicle type of fragrance. Osaito kind of leans on the aquatic natural side. And it just wasn't a full blind buy only solely because of the fact that I had Eden Falls already. So it kind of fills in that category of summer, outside, smelling sweet, smelling fresh. I already have something that covers that, so I have no need for this. But it's definitely good fragrance if you like natural smelling aquatic fragrances. This will definitely pull that edge for you. And there's no doubt about this that it will pull compliments because it damn sure will. And that's Osaito by Micallef. Really, really good. Just I already have Eden Falls, so there's no reason to have that one in. Number 6. Fall of Phaeton by Argos. Fall of Phaeton by Argos did not make it to a full bottle purchase solely because of the fact that this smells really similar to, I think, either Adonis Awakens by Argos. There was another one that I smelled by the house. I think it might have been Adonis Awakens by Argos. Yeah, so like Adonis Awakens by Argos. It smells really, really similar. But this kind of has like a different, fresher tone to it. Adonis Awakens by Argos has this rose dryer sheet vibe. This is more uplifting. Ginger super prominent, the lemon super prominent. The incense and the lavender are sort of prominent here. But I just enjoyed Adonis Awakens more than this. And they just smell too similar. It's redundant to have one or another. No. It wasn't Adonis Awakens. It was Danae. That's what it was, Danae. This one and Danae smell really, really similar. And does it say that there? Yes. Yes, it was Danae for sure. So I personally like Danae more than this. And that's how it was a full bottle purchase for me with this one. And that is Fall of Phaeton by Argos. Smells nice. Definitely for the summertime, springtime. Longevity is no complaint here. But just the similarities that it has to another. You can get the Danae for a lot cheaper since it's an older release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 7. Jazz Club by Mason Margiela. The main reason why I didn't buy a full bottle of Jazz Club is because, number 1, if you already have something like Side Effect, if you have something like Jump Up and Kiss Me, Hedonist by Clive Christian, Amaretto Jazz in a Melting Room, those all kind of go in the way of Jazz Club does. And if you smell like Jazz Club, a lot of people own Jazz Club. So you might as well go for something different. The Melting Amaretto Rube is a good one. And Side Effect. But I believe people are probably mostly wearing Jazz Club a lot more than Side Effect because Jazz Club is so much cheaper and you can get it at Sephora. So, does I recommend Side Effect if you really want to stand out. So that was it for me. That was Jazz Club by Mason Margiela. And that ended up on my list for number 7. It's definitely a nice boozy fragrance for sure. For the winter time, longevity here might be have to overspray slightly. But very, very good fragrance. Very, very good fragrance. It just doesn't separate me from the bunch. And there's so many different other styles out there that can fill in for that category. 2, 3, 4. Number 8. 724 by MFK. 724 by MFK is a soapy, fresh fragrance. But the problem with 724 by Mrs. Francis Kirkajon is that It has a lot of similarities to Blanche by Byredo. And if you already have Gentle Fluidity Silver, which I do, they smell awfully similar. And I would honestly prefer you to get Gentle Fluidity Silver versus 724. Because 724 kind of leans a little bit more feminine. In my personal opinion, it leans feminine. And I think it's because there might be a floral note here. Let me check. Yeah, maybe the sweet pea. The sweet pea might be that, and the jasmine. Because that's what's very prominent here is the aldehydes, the sweet pea, and the jasmine. And jasmine can be masculine, but if it's mixed with like feminine notes, like the sweet pea, like I'm saying, it can be very, very feminine. And this kind of leads feminine. I think Gentle Fluidity Silver kind of leads a little bit more masculine. So take that as you want. And that's number 8. And that's 724 by Manson's Francis Kirk DeJohn. Number 9. Right here we have it. This is Take Me to Church by Toscovat. So Toscovat, not that I'm expecting any of you guys to get these. Sorry. There we go. Take Me to Church. It's dusty, incensey. Smells like a church. All you have to know. But this smells too generic to me. If you have stuff like Full Incense by Montel, and if you have something like Bakur by something that Dua makes, something that Montel makes, Bakur, you don't need this because all it is, it's dusty, incensey, kind of has like this aldehydes type of, like an ozonic type of smell. But as soon as you let it dry more, it's just incense. So you're better off just getting Full Incense by Montel for like 3 times the price, being a lot lower. 3 times the price lower, not higher. So the Take Me to Church is probably like 150, no, 275 to 250. Because obviously they have to import it, the artistic values that it has. But with Montel's Full Incense, you can find that for like $80. And you can still get the church vibes out of it. So there's definitely better options out there. And that's why Take Me to Church by Toscovat was not a full bottle purchase for me. Last but not least, believe it or not, X by Clive Christian. So what's the problem with X by Clive Christian? The issue with X by Clive Christian is that it comes off rough. Like this fragrance is just, some people might think, oh, the pineapple is super prominent. It must be fruity. It must be very give me a second. It just smells like dirty pineapple. That's the best way to put it. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. You get the pineapple, the rhubarb makes it smell dirty. Like you just ripe the pineapple up, you throw it in dirt. But I think the paprika is also doing that too. So it's kind of like you're grabbing pineapple, throwing it in the dirt, you're adding spicy stuff onto it. And then the iris comes up. But this thing that's super prominent here is the pineapple and the paprika. It might sound very weird, but it is weird. It is super, super weird. It is super weird for sure. The most wearable one out of all these is the green tea matcha milkshake by Dua, or Princess by Killian. The one that's probably least wearable about all these is for sure Principalities by Caleste. If I had to suggest these, the 724 is for the summer. Enduro, you can wear that during the wintertime. X, you kind of wear on any occasion really, just as long as it's not English. Just as long as it's not really, really hot. X by Clyde Christian was my last one. As far as didn't make the full bottle purchase. And also you have to keep in mind too, the sizes on the Clive Christians are kind of over dramatic, and you can find cheap remedies to fill in those gaps if you absolutely have to get the Clive Christian X because you're absolutely in love with it. Check X by Royal Crown. This is a Milestone Perfumes fragrance. Smells the same way as a Clive Christian X for like a quarter of the price. I think I paid $15 for this bottle on clearance at TJ Maxx. The Clive Christian X, I think it's like $150 for 30 ml. And you get the same thing. You really, really just get the same thing. This has been sitting for a bit too. So we're gonna spray this. Yeah, so letting this sit for a bit. Wow, really, really makes a difference. I remember smelling this when I first got it, and it smelled like the dry down of X. But now smelling it for myself, it's definitely like 95% close to X for sure. So definitely I would suggest you to pick this one up. And you smell that dirty pineapple, yeah. Perfect. So that was my 10 fragrances that didn't make the cut as far as getting bottles. And I'm kind of happy that they didn't make the cut because I already have a clutter of too many fragrances, but that's all right. I'm using up my samples by dropping reviews for you guys, and that's the best thing I can do with these for sure. I do trade fragrances. I do trade samples, you know, so definitely hit my inbox at the Walmart Type Bar on Instagram and check me out, and maybe we can get some trading going on where I can give away some of these samples to somebody that is lucky. Maybe through my Instagram I'll drop a update on a giveaway on one of these fragrances, and I'll ship it out to the lucky winner. But I'll just have to read the comments. So let's do this. Let's see how many comments I can get on this video. Since you made it to the end, drop a comment in the video. Give me your most favorite fragrance, and I'll pick from the magical spinning wheel from a random generator, and I'll ship you out a sample of one of these, and obviously a person of my choice. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the other side. Like, comment, subscribe. This is gonna be my first giveaway, and I think I'm gonna fully commit to this. So drop a comment below of your favorite fragrance. I'll pick out somebody. How about I give you guys till Tuesday? So Tuesday the 10th of December, I will pick somebody from the comments, and I will reach out to you through my IG for sure. So yeah, that's it. I love you guys, and you know it. God loves you. Peace out.